It is NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. From the world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden in Midtown Manhattan. Tonight, the New York Knicks taking on the Brooklyn Nets. The Brooklyn Nets control the tap. To Durant. Jay Williams, kid from Jersey, rooted for the Nets growing up. And where do you live now? Brooklyn.
Of course, I'm following my favorite team, and these comments are probably going to sound biased because they are. But Brooklyn is a completely different place. Only 5 minutes outside Manhattan. It almost feels like a suburb of the city. And the fact that it's culturally relevant, it just feels like Brooklyn is the new place to be.
Smith. Down low for Gibson. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
See, Ed, that's what I love. You don't need to conserve your energy. You attack that rim with ferocity. You always set the tone.
Irving to Durant. Dennis Smith Jr. able to recover with the block.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
To Dennis Smith Jr. 4-3. His first effort off the mark. Irving brings the ball up court. To Durant. Nice finish at the rim.
You can forget about it when he uses that 7'5" wingspan to attack the bucket.
Smith into the front court. Down just a couple. Down to Randall. Off the assist.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Irving to Durant. The Knicks secure the rebound. Short jumper stays out.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Smith with the basketball. He'll run the offense. Dennis Smith Jr. missed his first. That one goes.
Man, if we were at Rucker Park right now, everybody would be wilding on the court. Guaranteed.
Durant to Dinwiddie. To Irving. The Nets now with 4 to shoot. Kyrie Irving for 2. And the rebound taken down by Randall. To Dennis Smith Jr. Won't go. Here's Irving into the front court. They trail by 2. Kyrie Irving. First couple didn't go. That one is true. Jay, you've known Kyrie Irving since he was a young man growing up in New Jersey. He's overcome a lot of obstacles, chief among them staying healthy and on the floor.
Yeah, Ed, he's been battling injuries since his freshman year of college, but the beautiful thing about Kyrie Irving is that he always loves the big stage. Making the game-winning shot in Game 7, he will continue to do so when he surrounds himself with great, inspiring leaders with the likes of such Kobe Bryant.
New York Knicks basketball. DeAndre Jordan sends it away. Out of bounds. Last touch by DeAndre Jordan. Just inside the arc. At the buzzer. It's good. At the buzzer. He got it out well before the red light came on. And that extends the lead at the end of the first quarter. One quarter down. Neither side really distinguished itself. Jay, what stood out?
Well, first off, I'm going to take my analytical hat off and then put my fan hat on. This has been a blasé first quarter. Not good, not bad, right in between. Let's see how both teams come out and try to adjust themselves in the second half.
Kyrie across the timeline. 10-6, our score. Here comes the screen. Irving to Durant. Oh, he had him there for a second. Short jumper won't go down. New York in control of the basketball. Smith. Has a chance. Shot by Smith off the mark. Irving into the front court. We're a minute into the second quarter. To Durant. Nothing going here on that drive. Kyrie. And that's rebounded by Randall. Kevin Knox to Dennis Smith Jr. Deep two there, won't go. Irving with the basketball. Leads 4 to Durant. Trying to cash in. Shot no good there by Dinwiddie. Let's see what the Knicks can do here. Doesn't have the touch. No good. Durant with the basketball up top. They lead it. 4-point game. Oh, too much contact. Free throws on the way.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
First free throw is good.
See, you've been working on your game.
Able to convert on both free throws. Smith with it up top. 12-6, our score. Going to launch beyond the arc. That's going to be out of bounds. Smith the last to touch. Nets have it. To Irving. Has a look. And he hits.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Now the coach of the Knicks going to signal for a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. looks good there.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Nets have the basketball. Durant to Dinwiddie. Takes stock of the floor. To Irving. Brooklyn with 4 to shoot. Kevin Durant lets it go. That's rebounded by the Knicks. Smith now into the front court. Down 6. To Julius Randle. That'll get out of bounds off of Irving. Randle. To Dennis Smith Jr. Lets it fly from long range. It's no good. Shot's not going down. Nice pass to get things going. Straight on 3. At the buzzer. Time expires to end the first half with the Nets in front.
Thanks, fellas. Jalen here with your halftime report. These are the guys getting buckets for the Brooklyn Nets. The Knicks did a lot of things wrong in that opening half. There isn't enough time to get into all of their problems, but I'll tell you this, they need to try to get better. Have a look at the leading scorers for the New York Knicks.
Game track. Field goals.
What you see on the screen is how this team put itself at a disadvantage. They definitely have some adjustments to make for the second half.
Player of the half.
Kevin Durant has been incredible around the basket, doing everything necessary to dominate on the boards.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this, except that he fits the title of this segment? He was definitely cold in that first half. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Fellas, back to you.
All set to go here in the second half. The third quarter is underway. Knicks with the basketball.
Hey, watch the screen left. Catch up, baby.
And he's fouled. Nice move that time, and he's going to the line for 2.
I say this a lot, and it's only because coaches harp on it all the time. Read the scouting report. Know who you can and should send to the line. This is a case of knowing a shooter probably had a better chance of hitting a jumper than he does of hitting the free throws.
Can't connect on the second, and he splits the pair. I don't know what the defender was doing there, but count the points.
Underutilized, underutilized, underutilized. Am I getting my point across? Let's see more of them.
Kyrie Irving, tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make. Simply put, when the ball's in Kyrie Irving's hands, magic could happen.
It's poetry in motion, and it's a situation in which the ball is attached to his body. He has it on a yo-yo. He can put the ball and dangle the ball out there for other people to think they have a chance, and in their mind they do, but in Kyrie's mind, the game is over.
Into the front court, it's Irving. His guys lead here, early stages, third quarter. Has a chance. Jumper's good.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Into the front court comes Smith. The margin standing now at 7. Just off the mark.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Irving to Durant. For 3, and he can't get it to go down. It's no good. Smith into the front court. They trail by 7. Short jumper off the mark. The follow won't go either. Kyrie with the rock.
Defense, let's go.
2 minutes left in the third quarter.
To Dinwiddie. The Nets now with 4 to shoot. Kevin Durant lets it fly. Can't connect.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Kevin Knox to Dennis Smith Jr. Trying to cash in. Add 2 points to the board.
Ed, 2 years ago, I was sitting in the draft room absolutely shocked that Dennis Smith went at 9 in the draft. And when I think about this young man's game, he is just scratching the surface of what he can do. He finished tied for 4th among rookies in scoring last season, and I guarantee you his game is going to continuously go to different levels.
To Durant. Has a look. Shot by Durant won't go down. Smith with the basketball. The deficit now up to 5. Here comes the screen. From long range. Offensive board. DeAndre Jordan. Huge block. It's Brooklyn's ball. Nice step through and the finish, Jay.
You see, here's why versatility is so imperative for your offensive repertoire. If you're a one-trick pony as a defender, I know exactly how to defend you because you only do one thing. But if you have versatility, then the coach can put you in multiple looks within the offense, and then you can get it any way you want.
Off the assist.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Here's Irving into the front court. Shot clock turned off as they try to extend the lead. Nothing going here on that drive. Just inside the arc. At the buzzer. That ends the third quarter. The Nets have the lead. Brooklyn basketball here as we start the fourth quarter. And that halftime lead, it was cut down in the third.
And just because the numbers on the scoreboard say that you're winning doesn't mean that the feeling on the court implies that. This team is gaining momentum. If you don't do something to gain your momentum back, they're going to come back and win this game.
Durant to Irving. And destroys the rim. That's what DeAndre Jordan does. Jay, I'm surprised he had a chance to wrap him up.
Well, you're not the only one surprised. This guy is not a good free throw shooter. You never let him have an easy bucket. If anything, make him earn it at the charity stripe.
Kyrie across the timeline. His team up by 7. Durant to Irving. Beyond the arc for 3. Smothering D.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Irving into the front court. Lead stands at 7. To Durant. To Irving. Gets a look. Can't hit. Smith with it up top. Right now, down 7. They go down low to Randle. Big finish that time for Julius Randle.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
The ball in the hands of Kyrie Irving to Durant. Sizing up the defense. Shot clock winding down. Durant. Shot off the mark. Good defense. And the basket good at the rim.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Durant across the timeline. Up by 3. Baseline drive. Irving to Jordan. Short jumper won't go down. Kevin Knox to Julius Randle. Nothing going here on that drive. Smith to Kevin Knox. Smith now. He's going to the free throw line to shoot.
The game is too tight for you to be taking risks like that. You want to avoid foul trouble at all costs.
And hits the first free throw. Second and 3 is good. No good. Made the first 2, missed the last. Kevin Durant has it.
Hey, switch, I got him.
A drive down the lane, but the shot won't go down.
And it's written all over his body language. I mean, he looks frustrated, vexed, perplexed, whatever other word you want to throw at it with the accent. But seriously, that body language, that's something he needs to work on.
Great dish to set it up. Kevin Knox powers it through.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Durant with the basketball up top. His guys now trailing by a point. To Dinwiddie. Durant to Irving. Has a chance. Shot by Kyrie, no good.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
First one, count it. Goes 2 for 2. Now the Knicks going to take a timeout. They're going to have to draw something up for an open look at a 3. Good look that time, but off the mark.
Seems like a lot of contact on that play. If I were that player, I would pull the ref over to the side, talk to him, express to him how much contact there was so he could look for that same foul call potentially the next time down the court.
First one goes down. And gets both to drop at the line. Play is stopped. Timeout for Brooklyn. That's their second of the final 3 minutes. No more timeouts left the rest of the game. Knicks have it, and an intentional foul here in the closing moments, but it shouldn't make too much of a difference in what is now a 2-score game.
Okay, now look over to the sideline and see what the staff is trying to draw up on the next play. That's good clock management thus far.
First try at the line, no good. Good recovery, hits the second free throw. Desperation shot here from half court. It's a victory for the Knicks as they take care of business at home. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Hey, everyone. It's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Knicks put together a nice win here today. And some people may disagree, but I think their ball movement was the biggest key to their victory. Still, I think we'd all agree that they made the defense look slow and confused throughout this matchup. It wasn't a great performance by these guys. And unfortunately, we have video evidence. Viewer discretion advised. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Brooklyn Nets.
Game stats. Player of the game.
Smith could not have been more impressive in this game. The way he scored the basketball looked like he was playing with kids in high school.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in this game. We got our top 3 plays for you. Check them out.
Number 2. Number 1.
That does it for us. On behalf of the rest of the crew, good night.